The Aberdeen and District Angling Association owns or leases over 40 kilometres of fishing on the rivers Dee, Don and Dyfan, offering excellent salmon, sea trout and brown trout river angling in addition to two well-stocked trout fisheries. The Upper and Lower Parkhill Beats on the River Don are owned by Aberdeen Angling Association and are located in a magnificent rural location within easy access of the city. The beats cover approximately 3.5 miles of mainly double bank fishing that produce numbers of salmon, sea trout and brown trout throughout the entire season. Though late summer to the end of the season in October is the most prolific period for the salmon angler, fish are taken every season from February onward.
Hi, my name's Andy. I've been a member of the association for 20 years. Parkhill is one of my favourite beats in the Don, salmon fishing especially. The thing I like about Parkhill is it's so varied in water and it has a long season. You get a decent run of spring fish still, vilse in the summer, and there's still quite a lot of fish in the back end. It has a variety of water. It suits all methods as well, which I like: fly, the spinner and the whirl.
The spring and early summer period, when its abundant hatches of March browns and olives bring the trout on the rise, is particularly attractive to the dedicated trout fishermen.
Hello, my name's Kenny Riddle. I'm a member of the Aberdeen and District Angling Association, have been for over 50 years. I'm also a committee member, have been for 30 years, and we're here today on the River Don at Upper Parkhill. Upper Parkhill is renowned for its trout fishing. From the 15th of March right on till the end of the season, you can find trout here just about in any part of the river. You can fish nymph, dries, wets, or Euro nymphing. Any method here can be fantastic. You'll find early morning fishing, afternoon fishing, and evening fishing. Evening fishing here when the sedges are on is absolutely fantastic. Some brown trout up to 6-7 pounds can be caught.
I'm Paul Chosen. I'm the actual secretary of the Aberdeen and District Angling Association. This is probably the jewel in the crown of the association's fishings. It is our most popular beat. It's easily accessible, plenty of car parking. The banks are easy to go down. It's well maintained. The grass is cut regularly in the summer months. Once you're an association member, you don't need to pre-book it. And generally, 9 times out of 10, it's like today. There's only 2 or 3 other anglers out. You can get the place to yourself. Lovely countryside, just literally 15 minutes from the city centre of Aberdeen, which is absolutely, I don't think you get many places like that in the country where you can access such prime salmon and brown trout fishing.
There are over 15 named pools on the Parkhill Beats, as well as numerous runs and glides. The streams at the upper limit of the beat can be fished from both banks and is a prolific medium to low water stretch, renowned for its sea trout catches and its consistently good brown trout fishing. The main salmon holding areas are approximately 50 metres either side of the large split stone on the south bank. The streams flow into the Cothell Pool, named after the former mill on the north bank, a high water pool with a deep dub and a good salmon lie towards the tail of the pool, where fish rest up after coming through the rapids below. Trout can regularly be seen rising at the tail of this pool, an excellent spot for the dry fly enthusiast. Famey Well is one of the most attractive and sheltered pools on the beat, producing good trout and salmon catches throughout the season. Below the next stretch of fast streamy trout water is the Glebe Pool. Again, this pool is equally good for trout and salmon, with most of the salmon taken in the run on the north bank down to the submerged boulder at the tail. Cockers is a long, deep pool that historically has been one of the best for spring salmon. In low water, the fish will mainly lie up towards the neck of the pool, but in high water, the pool really comes into its own when almost its entire length can be fished from either bank. The next half mile or so of the river comprises a series of classic runs and glides, which, while also giving sport from running salmon, provide outstanding trouting, with excellent evening rises through the summer months. The next salmon holding area of note is the Govel, a long glide of a pool. The productive water starts up at the burn from which the pool takes its name and continues right down through the main body of the pool. Though primarily a back-end pool, over the years numbers of spring fish have also been landed here. Below the road bridge, the first of the lower Parkhill pools is, unsurprisingly, called the Bridge Pool. This is more of a short streamy run than a defined salmon pool, but salmon are caught here every year, usually just out from the submerged boulders on the north bank. The House Pool is one of the most prolific on Lower Parkhill for both salmon and sea trout. In low water, the long streamy neck of the pool is the place to fish, but with increasing water heights, the good fishable water continues all the way around the bend into a lovely section of tree-lined water below. Over the years, the tail of this pool has produced many good-sized salmon which seem to favour the lies amongst the large boulders. The Duker is a sheltered and picturesque pool, taking its name from the sandy area of banking where local children would, and very occasionally still do, splash about on warm summer days. The main holding areas for salmon are from the groin on the north bank down to the tail of the pool. There is a beautiful stretch of streamy water below here which provides some excellent trout fishing before it runs into the next pool. The Mausoleum Pool, which takes its name from the Gordon family granite structure which looks over the river from above on the south bank, gives sport to both trout and salmon anglers, and fish are regularly caught from well up in the neck right down to the tail and can be fished from both banks. The Pipe Bridge Pool is difficult to cover, as most of the productive lies are towards the north bank. Only the remains of the pipe bridge now exist, as most of the structure was washed away in the muckle spate caused by Storm Frank in 2015. The Arry Burn is a classic salmon pool which produces fish throughout the season. It has a fast neck, steady paced middle and wide, well-defined tail. Salmon are caught throughout this pool in medium to low water heights. From this point down, the fishing is single bank only, as the Granham Estate have the north bank for the next couple of miles. The remaining sections of Lower Parkhill are equally good for both trout and salmon fishing, with a mixture of streamy runs and deeper pools. The first of these is Caroline's Pot, a good low water pool with a clearly defined holding area for salmon to rest in before heading through the fast water above. The Dun Cow, named after the large boulder on the north bank that looks like a reclining dun cow from certain angles, is perhaps more suited to spinning, as it is a wide pool with most of the flow on the far side. Otter's Hole is a great low water salmon and sea trout pool. The well oxygenated streamy run at its head holds good numbers of sea trout and salmon from early summer onwards, though fish can lie anywhere along the pool's length. The pool widens out into a deep, slow-moving section of water that gradually gathers pace and interest for the salmon fisher towards the tail. Again, this is also home to some impressive brown trout. The ADAA fishing continues below here onto the Stonywood, Cribs and Nether Dawn fishings, which provide outstanding lower dawn salmon and trout fishing, which we will share with you in another video. Shields and dames, loons and quines, moneys and wifies and everybody in a queen. The fishing your game, you want to get better value for your seller than membership with the Aberdeen and District Angling Association. So come and join us.